Let's talk about something important today, guys, because there is a sucker trap that's been set up for the young men today. A sucker trap that lures young men in, and there's no way out once you fall into it. Now, this sucker trap is the trap of believing that you need external things to improve who you are. You hear this all the time, guys say, high value man. Women want a high value man. And essentially, this means they want a man that makes a lot of money. They want a man that has the flashy car, the flashy clothes. He has to have Armani. He has to have gold. He has to be in designer. He has to have such and such an income. He has to have such and such a social status. But in reality, this is just a sucker trap because anybody that wants to reach for the outside things, the external things, instead of focusing on who they are as a person, is soon going to come to find. Let's just say you found success in that. Let's just say you did find the monetary success. You did find the clothes, the cars, the gold, the jewels. You had all the things that you thought were important, but you never worked on yourself. You never worked on the level or quality of man that you were. Well, then you're just a lame with a bunch of stuff. Do you want to be a lame with a bunch of stuff? I don't want to be a lame with a bunch of stuff. Do you want to be a sucker with some money? Would you rather be a sucker with some money, or would you rather be a real man who was, not where he wanted to be financially yet? Which one would you rather be? Which one do you think a woman genuinely wants? A sucker with some stuff, or a man who's on his way to the top but isn't there yet? Now, I'm not talking about little girls. I'm not talking about Instagram prostitutes. I'm not talking about OnlyFans girls. I'm talking about women. Why would you concern yourself with the opinions of those types of women in the first place? You want a woman, and a woman wants a man. And any trap, any trick, any go to the gym, and again, I'm not against going to the gym. I'm not against a guy wanting to make some money for himself. I'm not against a guy wanting to dress nice and to have a nice car. These are all great things to want to pursue in life. But to sit on those and think that those are going to solve your problems is a sucker trap. I never believed that. Nobody that I ever learned from ever believed that. And I don't educate young men to believe that. I teach young men not to believe that. I teach young men to break themselves out of that trap. And I recommend you break yourself out of that trap. Stop looking for external things to pull you out of the issues that you have. You'd be much better off facing your issues as a man. You'd be better off facing yourself, figuring out the real problems. And why is it that a lot of men go out and they seek riches? They seek cars, they seek clothes, they go to the gym, because all of those things are easier than fixing the problems. It's easy to go work out. It's easy to go make some money. It's easy to pick up another shift. It's hard to look at yourself in the mirror and say that I am not the man that I want to be. I am not honest. I am not honest. I'm a liar. I'm deceptive. I'm deceitful. I pretend like I'm something else when I talk to these girls because I feel like I have to deceive in order to be wanted. I don't feel like a woman would love me for who I am. And this is the reality that most men find themselves in. And when you go out and you seek material wealth as a crutch for that issue, all you're doing is digging yourself into a deeper hole because all you're really doing is attracting a woman who's going to want you for that material wealth, which is not what you want. Think about it for a second. So, what can you really gain on a fundamental level from the gym, from money, from cars, from clothes? You're not going to get anything from these things. And again, I'm not against having these things. I'm not against pursuing these things and valuing these things. But to make those the core essence of who you are as a man is only setting you up for the sucker trap.